My Love Mix-Up is another BL that I have been watching. It's another high school one, and it is another version. I don't want to say necessarily remake because I feel like the Thai version is going to diverge a little bit from the Japanese version that I'm familiar with. I also believe that this was based off a manga, but I could be mistaken. But I do know that I initially watched the Japanese one. I liked it. I don't remember finishing it for some reason, and I don't think it had anything to do with the show itself because it was super cute. But from what I watched from the Japanese version, I really wanted to see how Thai would make it their own. But GMMtv is an interesting vessel. But let me talk about that a little bit more in my podcast. I'm Monique. I am the host of Off by Purple Art podcast, where I talk to you about K-dramas, C-dramas, BTS, and apparently BLs, along with anything else I want. My Love Mix-Up is really cute. I adore it, mainly because of the powerful force that is Gemini and Fourth. These two young men have really impressed me. I really adored my school president. I even did a podcast episode about it and my love for it, and I know that it made huge waves, and I do believe GMMtv wants to recreate that magic. But I feel like with that show in particular, it wasn't just an example of good acting, good writing, good music, overall just great vibes. I think it was kind of like a lightning in a bottle situation where it just kind of everything fell into place perfectly that it needed to be a successful show. But I don't think that's something that they'll be able to replicate anytime soon. I've been disappointed by a lot of GMM TV shows, and I have talked a little bit about this. I haven't gone into extensive detail, but yeah, I haven't been impressed with a lot of them. I understand that I am not the age demo probably for a lot of their shows, but I do believe with the amount of exposure that they've had and the ever-growing fandom of BLs in general, and just how much more attention that they're getting, I do think that GMM could stand to take a little bit more risks. I do think they could stand to maybe put a little bit more investment in the writing. My Love Mix-Up, I think, did really well in getting two people that have such great chemistry that it can overlook a lot of production stuff. My Love Mix-Up, for whatever reason, the sound issues are really pissing me off. Like, there's a lot of audio issues. So from a production standpoint, I don't know what's going on with the sound mixing. It feels like a lot of the actors' voices are being drowned out by the obnoxiously loud music. I'm not too sure why GMMtv, and I know this is like a staple in a lot of their BLs, but why is it that there is always these sound effects, these random sound effects that absolutely have no bearing whatsoever narratively to what's going on in the scene? Like, a character will say something, all of a sudden you'll hear a horse or a goat. There will be like a vuvuzela that will go off in the background. They'll have like some Nintendo 90-esque music that will drown out literally everything that's going on. It's like the show, production wise, tries to do everything humanly possible to get you to switch off the show. But the power of Gemini and the power of Fourth and their chemistry is why I keep coming back. And even episode 4, which I have like right down next to me right now, like on my iPad just suddenly turned on mid me talking, but I was just finishing watching episode 4, and the way they look at each other is just so incredibly magical. I even love the side characters as well. I think they cast the entirety of the show really well. Everything's really cute. Even the secondary couple is adorable, but there's just some magic in Gemini and Fourth, and I like that Gemini's character in this, he is a little bit more older and mature and a little bit more grounded, or at least his interpretation of Kongthap is a little bit more grounded, and I really buy the kind of stoic, quiet, kind of assessing Adam and just really figuring out his attraction, and that whole coming together is really nice. I really love Fourth as Adam. I think he's absolutely adorable, and I love that Fourth has a lot of acting that he does in his eyes as well. Like, he can say a lot without saying much or not even moving much in his face, And Adam is a really adorable character in general. I like that he can be very silly, but he has a lot of heart. I love that even though he's so disappointed in the initial episodes that he couldn't be with his crush, that he does everything humanly possible to help his crush out in getting her guy, who happens to be his friend. And it's like this huge love mix-up. But the way he looks at Kung Thup as well, I think the entire musical episode and the gender bent Cinderella was really brilliant. I love the costuming. I love the colors of it. Their singing is phenomenal. I would love more singing from them. I think both Gemini and Fourth, they just sound just pitch perfect together, and I will adore any musical projects that they put out, but especially with this show, I think it was just super, super cute. And despite so many things production-wise that piss me off, even the sponsored content, and I understand this, a lot of the product placement and sponsored content is keeping the lights on. I understand they need to make their money, okay? These projects are not always really well funded, even with two extremely popular young actors like Gemini and Fourth. I honestly am under the impression that they rushed this project out mainly through the power of these two guys and their phenomenal chemistry, and they wanted to capitalize off of My School President's success early on, and this was a popular IP, the Love Mix-Up, and just kind of like how they tried to cash in with Cherry Magic and it being extremely popular IP as well, that the first that most people are familiar with are the manga and the Japanese versions. But I really do not like a lot of the production stuff that's going on, and I really do think it makes the show suffer in a way it doesn't need to. But because of the power of the actors that they have, that they're able to still produce a really cute show that I'm still invested in tuning into. But yeah, it could be a lot better in a lot of other ways, and I'm just, I'm kind of irritated by it, but I had to just speak out my grievances real quick. But yes, the Love Mix-Up, really cute. Love their chemistry of Gemini and Fourth, and I'm really, really curious about how these two actors are going to continue to grow together. I don't know if they'll eventually separate or they'll kind of be like the next generation of Off Gun, who are still really young, and Off Gun are still really popular and obviously are still putting out projects together. And I think they even have a BL that's coming out in July, as far as I know. Is it The Trainee? I think. But yeah, I think that they are such a strong force to be reckoned with. I really look forward to what their careers will look like as they mature. I think they're both really talented actors, and we'll see. I think their charm is single-handedly saving this damn show. I think all the actors' charms is saving the show, because production-wise, good lord. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching if you're watching via YouTube. If you're listening via Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I appreciate it. Love you so much. Till the next one. Bye.